This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter. I'm welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, February 26th, in 1989, an era in sports had ended. Yes, Tom Landry, one of the legendary head coaches of football ever, lost his job thanks to the new owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, as he brought Jimmy Johnson, another Double J, with him. And basically, to me, head coach. Jimmy Johnson came from the University of Miami, which won the national championship, and then bringing Dallas everything. But Tom Landry is a legend. Let's not forget that. There's several references in King of the Hill, such as Tom Landry Middle School and all that. And also the fact that The Simpsons even did a homage to Tom Landry. In the season 8 episode, You Only Move Twice, pardon. Homer gets a new job at Cypress Creek and then learns that he can get an important hat, Tom Landry's hat, because Homer always wanted to own the Dallas Cowboys. He tries to use Tom Landry's hat to basically get everyone to work harder, but they were just tired because they have to build that nuclear reactor and all that. And basically, Homer then goes to Hank Scorpio for help. But basically, yeah, Homer tries his best to own the Dallas Cowboys. He actually gets a parting present from Hank Scorpio, who Homer blissfully forgets that is a super villain. He gets the Denver Broncos. A lot of people would say, in the Simpsons world, did Homer win 2 Super Bowl championships as owner of the Broncos? Knowing Homer, he probably sold them off for some beer or something like that. Even though that the Broncos would soon change the orange uniforms in that episode to their blue and orange and actually win back-to-back Super Bowls. But Homer did actually pick up a Super Bowl trophy, or he claimed to, in the Super Bowl episode in 1999. And Bart says, "Dad, that's not yours. But son, maybe I won't win another one of these." Maybe he does think he's the owner of the Denver Broncos. Because you remember he's the Denver Broncos guy. But anyway, Tom Landry was the first head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and he lasted 29 years. Can you imagine? Here's how desperate it is. Basically, The Simpsons hit 29 years in 2019, which was amazing, just a few years ago. And I'm only 30, and I'm 35 right now, so yeah, that's almost as long as I've been alive. During his coaching career, he had many new formations and methods, such as the 4-3 defense, which had 4 defensive linemen, 2 defensive ends, 2 different defensive tackles, and 3 linebackers. And the flex defense, made famous by the Doomsday defense squads he built for the Cowboys. His 29 straight years from 1968 as a coach of one team is an NFL record, alongside his 20 consecutive winning seasons. The Patriots can't even do that. 20 straight winning seasons. Winning seasons is above 500, if you must know. In addition to his 20 straight winning seasons from 1966 to 1985, he won 2 Super Bowl titles, Super Bowl 6 in 72 and Super Bowl 12 in 78. 5 NFC titles, 13 divisional titles, and a partridge and a pear tree. Anyway, he has the 4th most wins all-time for a head coach, 270. And his 20 career playoff victories are only behind Bill Belichick. And the funny thing for Dallas, from 66 to 82, 17 years, Dallas played in 12 NFL/NFC championship games. Amazing. Furthermore, Dallas went 10 out of 13 in the NFC championship game between 70 and 82, which was amazing. He got the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowl appearances in 4 years, between 75, 76, 77, 78. I think 77 was the only time he didn't get to the Super Bowl in that 4-year span. The Cowboys were receiving the label of America's team. And Landry himself didn't like it because he thought that was extra motivation to beat Dallas. Tom Landry actually played in the NFL. He was a punter for the New York Giants. Well, he's a halfback too, but man, can you believe it? He was the Giants punter and became the defensive coordinator in 1954. As Vince Lombardi was the offensive coordinator. What a dream coordinator. Landry and Lombardi on the same squad. Landry was one of the best defensive coordinators around. and basically got the Giants to 3 NFL championship games in 4 years. Dallas needed a head coach for their newly minted team, and he became the first head coach and stayed on for 29 years. Weird as it sounds, the Cowboys sucked. They were 0-11-1 in their first season. And basically, Landry couldn't get them past 5 wins in the first 4 seasons. However, owner Clint Murchison Jr. gave him a 10-year extension in 1964. And Landry's hard work paid off. The Cowboys went to 500, 7-7-65, and then they got to the first ever NFL championship game that the winner would win a trip to the Super Bowl. They lost on home turf to Green Bay. So Landry did the 4-3 defense, which was great and all that. And he produced a very large coaching tree. In '86, 5 head coaches were former Landry assistants. Mike Ditka, Dan Reeves, John Malkovich, Gene Stallings. Gene Stallings was in the NFL. And Raymond Berry. Amazing. And Landry didn't always search inside the traditional college football pipeline for talent. He basically recruited soccer players from Latin America, such as Efrain Herrera and Rafael Septian, to be place kicker for the Cowboys. And he looked to the world track and field for speedy skill position players. Bob Hayes was a wide receiver, and he went to the Olympics. Landry only went to 5 Super Bowls. But here's the funny thing. And this I actually didn't know. But Landry's 2 Super Bowl wins were both in New Orleans. Super Bowl 6 was at Tulane Stadium before that closed down for the new Superdome. And Super Bowl 12, when he beat Denver, was at the Superdome. And its 3 Super Bowl losses were all in Miami. I'm shocked. 71, 76, and 79. All 3 of his Super Bowl losses were in Miami. Wow. I just can't believe that. Oh, that. He had a legacy. And Dallas actually, after that great Super Bowl 13, didn't go away. They went to 3 straight NFC title games, but they lost all 3 times. Murchison was bought out by Bum Bright, who owned the Cowboys for 5 years. It started in 1984. The Cowboys were progressively poorer and all that. Landry's game strategies and single-mindedness during the last few seasons of his career led to a lot of criticism. All that. Unfortunately, Landry was basically not doing so well. He got to the 1988 season 3-13, which earned him the number 1 pick. Earned Dallas the number 1 pick in the draft. Unfortunately, Landry said he was determined to get his 1-year contract. He had $1 million on a 1-year contract. Sadly, though, after Bum Bright had to put the team up for sale because of the savings and loan crisis, Jerry Jones picked up the Dallas Cowboys, and alongside his college teammate at the University of Arkansas, Jimmy Johnson, he decided to fire Landry. What? It was weird how Jerry Jones didn't give Landry much time after he bought the team. Schramm was out as general manager too. A lot of public support after his firing, and basically Dallas was angry and all that. Especially with these 2 guys coming from out of Texas, not even being in Texas. So basically, Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson got a lot of flack from the Dallas fans. However, after a few Super Bowls, it was forgiven. All that. So yeah, 250 wins, 162 losses, and 6 ties. It was amazing. All that. Popular culture, Yep. Tom Landry Middle School, and Hank likes Tom Landry and all that. Hank Hill basically a lot of things with Hank Hill. He was mortified. He went to work on the date of Landry's death after his cousin Dusty tricked him thinking Tom Landry had died. He thought it was a repeat of that prank, but it wasn't. And Hank has a ceramic plate of Tom Landry he consults in times of need. All that. So yeah, so Tom Landry basically, was huge. He always wore a suit and tie with his trademark fedora. And the Simpsons did that, which was amazing. Homer actually wore that. Homer Simpson still has the Tom Landry fedora. I did not know that. But anyway, yeah, it was a sad day in 1989 that basically Jones had to fire Landry and all that. But you know what? Tom Landry still had a good career. Everything happens for a reason. Anyway, thanks for watching Ado.